Happy Victory Monday, everyone. Welcome to Studio 7. I'm Mercedes.
And I'm Autumn. Yeah, happy Monday. Happy Go Bills Day, I guess we
Woohoo!
could call it, right?
Yes, yes, yes. So, did you watch the game yesterday?
I did not.
No?
No,
Oh, it was a
no.
good
When it,
game.
I've got a cousin's group chat who all watched the game. Some
Hmm.
were at the game. So I was able to get kind of play by plays whenever I was able to get to my phone because I was out of town and not
Yeah.
focusing on playoff football because it's too anxiety ridden for me. Like I like to
Yeah.
just know what's kind of happening in the background and not watch it fully a lot of the time.
Well, I have to tell you what I made yesterday because I know we talked food. Was it Thursday or
Yes.
Friday? Thursday.
Thursday, yes. I was
We
gone
talked
Friday.
food. And for this special game, because I'm like, I know that, I mean, the Bills have to win this one. We
Right.
had to win this one.
Yeah.
So yesterday I made short ribs. I pulled
Oh,
out my special crock pot roasting pot. I made short ribs, which are fabulous with. I made this nice cobbler. My daughter and I made this cobbler from scratch. Jiffy
mm.
mix. You know how
Yep.
Beauvais says that's one of the things he always has to have in the
Yes,
house.
yes.
I got this nice little recipe where you just mix that with like an egg, not all of the ingredients. You omit the milk,
Hmm.
and we mixed strawberries and blueberries in a cast iron.
Oh, that
Mixed
sounds.
some ingredients with it
Hmm.
and put the Jiffy mix on it like it was a cobbler.
Gotcha.
So we didn't cover it fully. And then I made some seafood fried rice. So
Okay.
short ribs, seafood fried rice with shrimp and lobster, and I just cut up some pieces.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, it was
So,
the best Bills game ever.
because it was paired well with food, right?
Yeah,
So, what you said that you brought out your special crock pot for your
yeah.
short ribs. So, what is that? Does it make them differently or
There is a pottery business, Pottery. Have you ever heard of them?
no?
If not, look them up. But he makes special pots. He makes it for like the local businesses here in Buffalo, the
Okay.
local chefs, and he customizes it. So
Okay.
he custom made me a nice like roaster where you take the top off, you can flip it upside down, you can put
Mm-hmm.
cakes on it, but it's the
Oh.
lid. I mean, it is
Oh, how awesome.
amazing. But if you have not heard of Hornhill Pottery, he made like the best pottery and the short ribs. I cooked in there for like 3 hours.
Oh. Well, that
Yeah.
does sound fantastic.
Yes. So it was the best Bills game ever.
Yeah.
The-
I get it. I would like to be
yeah.
at your house too with all that food.
Well, I got to bring you some next time. But the beginning of the Bills game, I was a little scared. I was a little scared. They
I
scored right
heard,
off the rip.
yeah, I heard people say that. They were a little nervous.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. People are telling us what they made yesterday. Dee Dee said I make turkey and stuffing. So, ooh, I've never heard of that.
Huh. That would
I
be
need the details in that.
yeah, that would be a good after Thanksgiving, throw everything into a
Yeah.
pot type of meal.
And Peter said he made stuffed pork chops.
I haven't had that in such a
Me
long
neither. It
time.
sounds amazing though. It sounds amazing though. Oh, Lori, we had pizza. A lot of people order pizza during the games.
Yeah, what did I have last night? We got in late, so we didn't really yeah, we just had some pasta. We
Yeah,
boiled up
you
some
need the
noodles
hay.
and cracked open a jar of sauce and there you have it.
Yep, yep. Grace said they opted for takeout Chinese. Ooh, I love a
That
good.
would
Oh,
be
I love
good.
Chinese food too.
I've heard that there's a good Chinese place right over the border that I have to get to.
Oh yeah, I cannot think of the name of it, but it is
Hmm.
amazing. You will love it.
Yeah.
I
We
cannot think of the name of it.
at some point, it'd probably be a weekend day when I actually have time to get over there. But yeah, that's the next time I want to have Chinese. That's where I want to
Oh, you
go.
have to.
Yeah.
Everybody has to experience. Oh, it's amazing. You'll love it. You'll love it.
They have a good roasted chicken place over, just over the border too.
I haven't
I don't
heard of that.
remember. It's
What's the
delightful.
name of it? Do you know?
I don't
No.
remember.
Just look for the roasted chicken.
Yeah, broasted.
Or broasted. Oh,
Broasted.
what's the difference between broasted and roasted?
I don't know. They broast them. They high. It's a high pressure cooker type of thing. I think
Okay.
is what they do, but it's so juicy, so
Mm,
good. So every
I
once in
love
a
it.
while, we'll bring it over the border, and then when you stop, they're like, "Did you got the chicken, didn't you?" So everyone at the border even knows,
Oh my gosh, I love it.
that you stop up there just to get some food.
Peter's asking if the Chinese place is called Happy Jack's. I don't
No, I
know.
don't think it's called Happy Jacks.
everybody's want Swiss Chalet.
No,
You
it
know, I've
wasn't.
never had
Nope,
Swiss Chalet.
it's not Swiss chalet. Never.
I've never had Swiss Chalet.
Hmm. I would say I like the roasted chicken more, but I mean,
Hmm. Well,
don't
hey, I
don't
well,
come at me
I want to
for it.
try it. No, 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 you're
No.
fine. So Cheryl, Imperial Pizza. Listen, you can't go wrong with pizza and wings pretty much anywhere in Western New York. We know our
Barbecue,
wings.
but see, Imperial, they have a good barbecue sauce. Like there's certain barbecue sauces that like. I don't really like the honey barbecue. I like it more like a little spicy,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
theirs is a little spicy. That's the best.
Can I tell? And y'all might beat me up for this, but I love not the best wings, but up there in the top three, Franco's.
You know,
Best pizza, best wings.
I
Top three.
don't know if I got Franco's is really good. We've
Yeah,
had their pizza. I don't remember having their chicken wings.
fabulous. You have to try.
Hmm.
You have to
Mm-hmm.
try.
Okay.
So, the weather was good yesterday for the game. I was happy the guys didn't
Fantastic,
play in
right?
crazy weather.
Yeah.
What about coming up? Because looking
Oh,
out the window today, it is nuts out there.
yeah. It's not the greatest looking outside right now. There is lake effect snow warnings. So there was an advisory for Northern Erie and Genesee County, which is
Mm-hmm.
kind of where we are in downtown. And what happened is this lake effect band started overproducing. So the snowfall rates were higher than what they were thinking of being like an inch an hour. It may have come down a little bit more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So then between it starting earlier late this morning, I should say, and into this afternoon, some of those locations just near downtown Buffalo and in the immediate south towns and then our eastern suburbs
Mm-hmm.
picked up 3 to 6 inches. So
Oof.
you get to that point, you're in warning territory because it's
Yeah.
just how much snow you're getting at that point. So
Yeah.
3 to 5 would have been the advisory, and then it looked like it was staying stronger, also moving further north. So that's why it switched up to a warning. So some of those spots were 3 to 6 inches late this morning, early this afternoon, and then we could possibly get another 4 to 8 before that shifts south late
Oof.
this evening.
Jeez.
So Northern Erie and Genesee County have that warning through early tomorrow morning, and then areas south will have it for another day and a half longer or so, and that's where another foot or two will be possible in the most persistent snows there. So through the next few hours, then that band shifts south, and late this evening, it's going to be the Boston Hills and then ski country overnight and into Wednesday.
Jeez Louise. Stay safe, people. We'll be right back. So, South Buffalo, West Seneca, Lackawanna all got a few inches, it
Mm-hmm.
looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let us know what you got. Love to hear it.
Yeah.
You'll get a few more.
Nice here in western Niagara County. No
Of course.
snow, some sun. Nice
if
day.
if Beauvais was here,
He would be like, see?
however, they are getting well. I think he's more northern Grand Island too, so he's probably still not even getting that much snow.
Hmm.
But
So Caitlin is asking, where does South Buffalo fall and all that? Are we getting more inches?
yeah, you'll probably get another 2 or 3 before this goes back south. So I don't know how much you have already. You might have between 2 or 4 already. You might get another 2 or 3
Hmm.
before it shifts more south again. So just
Wyoming
hanging out,
County.
watching it go. Wyoming County, you guys, you're getting it later on this evening. So say 10, 11 o'clock at night beyond and then into tomorrow, and this band is going to wave from south to north a little bit over the next couple of days, so it's not just going to stay locked on ski country or the Chautauqua Ridge or anything like that. It will move a little bit more and back to the Boston Hills and Wyoming County into Tuesday afternoon. So
Hmm. Hmm.
try to keep my days straight.
What day is it? What day is it again? Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see how much we get. I mean, I don't mind the snow so much. It's the cold.
You know, it depends on what I'm doing, I guess. Like if I need to do a lot of running around and whatnot, I don't think I really like having to drive through the snow. And if you just got to bear the cold, like you
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
get to
Hmm.
run in and out, like that's okay.
Yeah.
Um, but I always say if it's cold, it might as well snow.
Yeah. Now,
so
now,
so we can have some fun in it.
now I know that things change over time, but how far out can you go? Can you guys see it? See the weather?
You know, when you're talking about lake effect, it's honestly within hours, within the next day. You're watching the radar as you watch the tail end of a lake
Mm,
effect band move. Um, that's literally, it could be minute by minute sometimes,
mm.
is how you want to watch the weather. And then weather patterns, you're probably 7 to 10 days is a good look at it. Um, I know from what I've been looking at, like there's another cold spell after this cold spell.
Oh,
so
I was hoping we
so
wouldn't.
no, no, no.
Now,
So
how
the
soon after?
well, Friday and Saturday we're in the mid 30s.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just about freezing again. And then Sunday into early next week it's very cold
Oh,
again. So
oh, this is great.
yeah, we're between 5 to 7 days. We
Whew.
get pattern changes and it's just cold.
Welcome back to
Cold,
Studio
cold,
7.
cold.
I don't know if
Right.
you wanted to catch us last break because we were talking about how it's going to get cold again. But
Right.
for our friends that are
Yeah.
joining us online, join us on Facebook, X, and YouTube. We love your comments. We love your feedback. We have a good time. We have a good
Yeah,
time.
there's a lot. People are getting personalized forecasts and what's going on.
Yes, they
Yeah.
are.
So we were just talking about, we're in the midst of like the second big Arctic cool down
Yeah, yeah,
this
yeah.
week. And then by the end of the week, it goes into the mid low 30s. So that
Hmm.
feels warm. And then the end of next weekend. So Bills game Sunday, going to be a cold one, colder than this past week. And then much colder air into early next week again. So the pattern is every 3 to 5 days, you get a big cold snap and then it kind of rebounds for about 2 days and then it goes back to being cold.
We had it too good for too long.
Maybe
We had it
the summer
because it
will
was
make up
warm.
for it.
It was warm the beginning of the winter.
Yeah, we weren't too bad.
Yeah, we
And
had.
then then we got some good lake effect um, storms.
Do you know how much of Lake Erie is frozen?
It wasn't much. All of the Great Lakes was like under 6% when I looked at it last Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't been back till now, so I haven't checked.
So stay safe. The roads sure will be nasty. So
Yeah,
stay
they
safe.
they will they will vary pretty rapidly with lake effect and it comes down pretty quick.
Mm-hmm,
So,
mm-hmm.
the salters, I've seen a ton of plow trucks and everything out, but I will tell you, even in downtown, um, it feels greasy, if you will. I have snow
Yeah.
tires on my car and I stopped and it slid a little. So if your tires are less than average,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
might
yeah.
be slipping and sliding away today.
Whew, jeez Louise. Stay safe, my friends. Stay safe. So can we switch topics a little bit? Talk about something that ABC has been talking about. Um, could Meta's end of fact checking lead to rise in health misinformation? So for all of our friends, obviously our friends are on social media as well. A lot of people use social media. It is like for some people their primary source of news, their prime like where they get their health
Right.
information, where they get food recipes, where they I mean,
Right.
it's the world we live in.
Hmm.
Is it important to have fact checking?
I mean, I think they're not getting rid of fact checking. They're switching their way of fact checking, correct?
Well, this end of fact checking lead to rise. Well, yeah, because by you saying switching, meaning they're moving toward community notes, which empowers the
Right.
community to decide when posts are misleading.
Right.
So they're doing away with it, but kind of leaving it in our hands to decide what's true and what's not.
You know, what does everybody think about this?
Yeah, online, I would love to hear what you all think. I think it's dangerous.
I mean, I think a governance of people doing fact checking. I mean, there are ways of bias that happen in humans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So whether or not you're doing fact checking and you think you're doing the right thing, you might be influenced by something else, and maybe it's not
Yeah.
the the right information that's being put out anyway. So there's
Yeah.
human error and bias within that too.
Whenever you involve us, there's error somewhere. Whenever you involve
Yeah,
humans, there's error
right,
somewhere. But just speaking from a point of now, my twins are not a part of social media, but they watch YouTube. They watch certain things.
right.
The older two, full blown social media. Myself and my husband, full blown social media. Um, I think the fact checking helped. I think it helped, but again, we're humans. So there's going to be error. But I think the fact checking helped. And when you remove that and just leave it to us to, I guess, decipher what's true and what's not, those that are giving out the information, maybe they're not experts. Maybe they're not doctors. Maybe they're
Right.
not the people that would know what's true and what's not. And just to leave it kind of free for all, I think is a dangerous place, especially for our youth.
I
Us as adults, we can kind of sift a little more, but the
right.
youth, not so much.
Yeah, they are way more influential. Or influenced, I should say. But I also think when you're on social media, and maybe this needs to be taught in school, or when you're consuming stuff on media platforms, you have to not take something as what's right in front of you. You can do the digging. You can look up what's true, what's not true. I don't
We,
I
but
don't
we
think it.
normally don't though. A lot of people just like
That's
to. You do the
I'm
work
not the
for them.
norm.
You
I'm
know,
not the norm.
I like to dig.
I'll look at it. I'm not going to be the one that answers the phone and gets a telemarketer to have give them my information.
Yeah,
Like I can kind of pick up on that, see what's not
yeah,
right
yeah,
on
yeah,
it, and move from there. Now there are plenty of people are that aren't. You hear them. You might hear, like, if my grandmother picked up the phone and somehow it's my voice and she
yeah.
thinks
It's
it's me,
happening.
and
It's happening.
like that type of stuff. Like you have to be very on top of
Yeah.
just social norms, I guess, with that. But I'm just trying to make that parallel of that happens and you
Yep.
need to be mindful of it. And now if you're getting your information from any X, Y, and Z social media outlet,
Mm-hmm.
that you need to be the same. You have to see, what's your source,
Yep. And we have to take the time to research for ourselves, and that's pretty much what everybody's saying. Take the time and research for yourself. I
Hmm.
think we'll be better off. It's the younger generation that I'm a little afraid of, or
Yeah.
afraid for. You know what I mean? Especially with algorithms, do they play a role in amplifying certain misinformation? It's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot.
I would not want to be in the position to try to figure all that out.
No, no.
But I also think that people should know like all sides, you know.
So this is interesting. Peter said, I would say if three sources say the same thing, then it's true. I've had professors who say don't use wiki as a resource on a major paper as information may not be true. So
Right.
just finding multiple sources, credible sources,
Right.
and then seeing what they have
Hmm.
to say about it. That's interesting. We'll be right back. So do we want to do some would you rathers on social media?
Yes. Let's see.
So would you rather delete all of your social media accounts or have your internet search history made public?
Hmm. I don't. I mean, if people want to see what I've been googling, that's
I
they
say they
they
already
were.
see it.
I mean,
I say
they
they already see it because Caitlin brought up a really good point here. Technology listens to everything. I talk about something, then all of a sudden I see it in my news feed. I see
right.
ads for everything I'm talking about.
Yeah. See, I say publish the whatever I've Googled because I didn't want to put a if then or but to the other one. Like I be like, well, let me save all the
Yeah,
pictures
yeah, yeah,
and let me relive all those memories real quick, just in
yeah,
case
yeah,
I get
yeah.
rid of. If I delete it all, then I don't have those coming back up every
Well, Connie said
5
delete it
years.
all. Guess what, Connie? They already have your information. Your information's already out there. Someone put that it's public. Internet search history is public. Caitlin says.
Well, and I mean, any app or anything that you go to, they're like, can we use whatever
Yeah,
you're searching,
yeah,
or whatnot, all the cookies and whatnot.
yeah. It's attached to, I know, our email. Like what you buy, all of a sudden I get all these ads in my email
Hmm.
if you buy anything on your phone. So I think I mean, it's all attached anyway.
Yeah.
It's all attached. Okay, you have one? Alyssa
Yeah.
says all they would see is her trying to figure out how to spell this word.
Yeah.
I mean, all I get is
Or
food stuff.
pronouncers.
Yep.
How do I pronounce, whatever it might be?
Yeah.
food stuff.
I get a lot of foods. I get a lot of recipes. I get a lot of pots and pans. Like I have all these gadgets and stuff. So all I get is food stuff. But for someone else that maybe has a job that is a little more private, or they're
Yeah.
just a private person, that can be something where, I
Yeah.
mean, there's just no way around it. There's just no way around it.
Well, I think we're forgetting like this is your that's your privacy, and the fact that it's just out there is,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not good, but
No, and everything's connected.
mhm.
Everything's connected. Okay. So do we have time for one more? Would you
There's
rather
that
never
one.
see a meme again or never see a news article on social media again? Oh,
Well, I think memes are funny. And the problem with new see, now I have to like define what a news article is because sometimes they're just clickbait and they're
here.
not real articles.
Okay, let's talk about it with the folks at
Okay.
home. Welcome back to Studio 7. We're having a really good conversation online. So we're just going to carry it here. So the question was, would you rather see, wait a minute, would you rather never see a meme again or never see a news article on social media again? And you were responding.
Yes. I think memes are funny. So
Mm-hmm.
I would be sad to see memes go. And I guess I would need a definer of what news articles are because sometimes they're just like these clickbaity nothings
Yeah.
that mean like
Any any news, any news article
you
on
click
social
into
media.
it and then it takes you nowhere and you just get a bunch of crazy ads and then there's like three words and then I'm aggravated that I clicked it.
Well, I would say never see a news article on social media again, and I'd probably get beat up because I work for Channel 7,
Right.
but I can read it online. I can get it anywhere else. I'm keep my memes because a lot of time the memes make us laugh, like you said.
Yeah.
They kind of take our mind away from all of the seriousness that's going on. So
Yeah. It's just so tough. If it's truly news, like if it's giving you content and information that is true,
yeah,
um, it'd be bad not to be able to view that in the places you're looking the
it's
most.
true. Good thing
So
we
I
don't
don't
have
know.
to really ask ourselves
I
that
don't know.
question. So Cheryl says, whatever happened to spending quality time with family or talking or getting actual letters in the mail or kids outside playing for hours till the lights come on? Cheryl, I am with you.
I think I will try to do that till the end of the day
Yeah.
with Natalia. We did a 5 hour, a little over 5 hour car ride over this past weekend,
No
and she
technology?
does well. We do have technology,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
but there were plenty of times where I mean we didn't even ask her to get off any of that. She just would shut it off, and then she'd start having a conversation with us, and we did a lot of I Spy
Mm-hmm.
and going
Mm-hmm.
on a picnic.
Mm-hmm.
um, her little brain can remember a lot of items.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, on a 5 hour car ride, you know how many things can come on a picnic?
Oh my gosh, I love that.
It was a lot of fun getting out. You just and you as the adults a lot of times have to make the time with the kids to get out
Yeah.
there and do it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I
So
think everything you just said is true. And I got a letter in the mail from my godmother last week.
really,
And she just sent a letter to say, I just love you. I just want you to know I love you. And she attached a pin to it, an angel pin. And so I'm going to start wearing that pin.
yeah,
But it just reminded me, like, I think
slow down.
taking time
Yeah.
out because social media can take you out of the present.
Oh yeah,
You're in everybody else's
totally.
business. You're following everybody else. You're comparing yourself to everybody else. If you let yourself get that far, and it takes you out of the present, and it takes you out of the beauty that is happening
Right,
around you.
right.
So that letter was amazing because, and I've gotten a lot of them in the last couple of months, but this one just touched me.
Oh
I
right.
didn't even know that she, like, I was just like, wait a minute, what is this? And it was a little pin that said, hey, I love you. Wear this pin as much as you want. And it was beautiful, but it puts you back in the present.
Oh, for sure. And what a keepsake.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got to find that balance with social media and real life and making that our only source. I mean, I'm like, I don't mind looking online. Now, I do look at news online.
You there's no way you can't.
Right.
Like
Right.
this is the way of the world now. Like it's unbelievable. I think I heard something of, kids that are born post 2007
Mhm.
will have never lived without like a smartphone.
Mhm.
And I mean, to navigate that in this world, and screen time for kids
Yep.
and what they should
It's
and
hard.
shouldn't
Yep.
have and all of that, like, this is just a whole different world than what we grew up in.
Yep.
It was stay outside till the street lights come on. Like, your
Oh
parents didn't
man.
know where
I
you
used
were.
to love that staying
You didn't
outside. Yeah.
you didn't have a phone, you didn't have a blue tie attached to you. They didn't know where we were.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
And they just expected us to come home.
Nope, they didn't. Nope, they didn't. And when we did run in, at least in my family, I would get yelled at. You're letting all the flies in. So they wanted
Yeah.
us to stay outside. You come back in again, you're staying in. So I'm like, okay, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
See you
Yeah,
later.
yeah. Like, would you rather come inside or stay outside?
Yeah, I'm telling you that you're letting all the flies in. Stay outside, Sadie.
Yeah.
I mean, that was it. Oh, Dee Dee, my mother used to lock the door and say, "Don't come home until I call you." I love that.
So you got to be close enough to hear the call, because then if you don't come,
That is true. That is true. You got to
then
be
you're
close
gonna
enough.
be, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Back in the day.
Oh, Caitlin says the radio reminds us at 11. Do you know where your children are?
Yeah, I was definitely in by then.
Yeah, the
I would
street.
have been grounded if
Yeah,
I was out at 11.
no. When the street lights came on, we were in. But again, it's just important to make sure we stay present.
For
And
sure.
social media can take you out of that, can take us
Right.
out of it. So find that healthy balance. Do your
Yeah.
research.
Yeah. Well, and it can be something that connects us for sure. Like, I get to see what people that I went to high school with are
Yep.
doing, or
Yep.
family that's on the other side of the world, really. And you didn't have that before. So I mean, there's a lot of good to it, but of course there's a lot that comes with it that, you just have to try and navigate now.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay safe out in the weather. Stay present, as we were just talking about.
Yes. Very
And
slippery outside
I
too. So careful.
know. Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow.